up and you're like, you know what, I can't even. So it's kind of the perfect jacket.
Now you don't have to say it. You can just turn around and be like, read the jacket.
Exactly. Read my jacket, baby. Read my back.
Yeah, super, super fun. So that's coming up for you in just a little bit. Of course, it's our big style edit here at HSN, and you can shop all of our designers by typing in style edit. All right, now let's talk about your relaxed slim jean.
Yes.
How many have picked this up today?
I think that's what Deb was talking about. She woke up at 5 in the morning and she ordered these. What? So yeah, these have been really popular.
Indeed.
Brand new.
Indeed. In fact, we've had about 900 of you pre-order these. Are you kidding me? These are brand new for you. Premium denim for $59.90. And I know we say that a lot, but we all have had that sticker shock of looking at premium denim at department stores. So let me go through the colors and then we will go through all of the features. This one is going to be your medium. So you can see Giuliana always gives you that perfect amount of slight distress, but there's no holes or anything, so you could still potentially wear these to the office. This one's going to be your light, and it's the lightest of all the options, 29 inches in the length on that. This is going to be your dark, and then last but not least, we have the beautiful black. So this you're ordering in 0 through 16, and then 16 women's through 24 women's.
Yes, and this is the classic, you know, 5, which I love, the 5 pocket style. This is the classic style. These are so awesome. So what we're seeing in denim is a little bit of a shift towards a more relaxed skinny. Okay, so we see a lot of the skinny, and don't get me wrong, I'm wearing a skinny right now, I love the skinny, but we are seeing a lot more of these kind of relaxed skinny looks, but not quite a boyfriend, okay? So you still get the stretch, okay, which all my skinny jeans have amazing stretch. So these still have the stretch. I mean, look how cute they look on Hida. And they're just, do you see how they're just a little more relaxed, okay? So you see like kind of, yeah, they might bunch up a little, they might fold a little. That's totally cool.
That's great,
you know why?
right?
Because they're cool, they're chill, they're relaxed.
Yeah.
Okay, just everyone relax.
I can't even.
Let's all relax, I can't even. But throw them on with the flamingo shirts, sneakers, and it just says something. It says, I'm chill, I'm cash, but I'm still so fashionable. And this is what we're seeing a lot in denim. So this is a brand new silhouette for me. Cute. The relaxed slim jean. Yeah. And I was just starting to see, like, I'm always like way ahead, obviously, of seeing like what's coming down the line, what's gonna be on trend in a year from now. And we were seeing kind of a lot of these relaxed styles. So you'll start seeing a lot of them too if you haven't already. But you still get that great stretch. So this is like in between, I'd say, girlfriend, boyfriend jean, okay, and a skinny. And I feel like a lot of people want that, like right in the middle.
Like tailored. It's not too, a lot of times I'll put on a skinny jean, I'll be like, not really feeling this today. It's a little bit too constricting. It's a little bit too much for me. But then I don't want something that is maybe baggy because it doesn't look great with a lot of tops. I don't feel like wearing a baggier jean. This is that perfect middle ground that makes your legs look long and lean. It's incredibly stretchy. Again, the 5 pocket design done in premium denim. I love the retail compare. I think it's almost funny. $79.
I know, that's way low.
That's way low.
Because this is premium.
Well, Deb just called in and she's like, I was just at the big stores. Everything's $200. And it is for premium denim. And a lot of times those premium denim don't have stretch in them. And so you always include the stretch.
Exactly. And we should probably go through, because some of it has whiskering, and I just want to point out for everyone ordering.
Perfect, that's the medium.
Yep, this is the medium, and it does have the whiskering. So this is the light. And then notice, no whiskering.
Very clean.
So a little cleaner, and this is like that dark blue, and then there's the black with the black hardware. I know.
I love that you did the black hardware.
Isn't that so good?
Yeah.
And it's got the 2% spandex in it, so you've got that stretch, which feels like more than 2%, doesn't it?
It really does.
I know. These are really soft, really delish, and so it's really up to you if you want more distressed, or maybe you get a distressed one, or no, I keep calling it distressed. Get more of the worn-in whiskered look, as well as one of the more solid ones. So it's really up to you. So if you have a meeting, you have something at school, you have to, you know, something you have to be a little more dressed up for. Maybe, you know, you're going to a nice restaurant at night, you want to wear with a great moto jacket, maybe do one of the more solids. And then of course for every day, you've got the great whiskering worn in detail.
Yeah, look at them. It looks better for me, especially if maybe you're going to be dressing it up and wearing it to the office and you prefer a skinnier silhouette, but you don't want anything that is too super tight. And then talk about from a comfort perspective. These have that little bit of, you know, kind of cascade down your leg without being super tight. They're just flattering. They really are absolutely adorable. For $20 on any major charge card, you get to see why. How many perfect 5-star reviews on hsn.com was our last check? Was it like 100,000 million.
100,000 million.
100,000 million.
No, it was almost 1,000.
Incredible.
And they said they were like almost all 5-star reviews.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is wild.
And we're talking, and who agrees on denim? Like there is not, I don't
true.
wear the same denim that my best friend or that my cousin, we all wear different because it just doesn't work for all of us.
Yeah.
Giuliana works for everybody. Like it really is tailored so that it's not too low, it's not too high. It has the perfect amount of stretch. Remember, her dad, a master tailor. This is all you've ever known. So
That's right.
You know how to cut things perfectly.
Exactly, exactly. And I'll tell you, through the process, our whole fit process is like so meticulous.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of pieces that don't ever make it. No matter how much we love them, they never make it to this stage right here because they don't work on certain size girls. So know that if you're seeing something here, it works on all girls, you know, whether it's like from 0, you know, however we're doing, like whether it's extra, extra small to 3X, or it's the numeric sizing, it fits on everyone. So these ones are numeric. You can buy these true to size. It's funny, Annette earlier today, just because they didn't have her exact size, so she's normally a 12, she was telling me, and she happened to be wearing the Relax Slim in a 10, they looked amazing on her. Not as relaxed as the 12 would have looked on her, but she looked incredible. So it's really up to you. But I would say true to size. If you're really looking for the more relaxed look, I would say true to size. But don't worry, like get these home, try them on in your lighting, okay, that you trust, in the mirror you trust. But these also, just so you know, the length, you know, the hem of jeans are kind of getting a little shorter. We're seeing for spring, summer, we're seeing them shorter than before. So
I like that.
you
It's
can
so
wear them a little
flattering.
short. Yeah, exactly. But it's cute. Like, so with heels, it'll look even obviously a little shorter, but with sneakers, it'll give you the illusion that, you know, obviously it's a little longer. But like Hida, earlier today, you had them rolled up, right? And they were so cute rolled up. Can I show you how cute they are rolled up? They were super cute on Hida rolled up. So, you know, with the sneaks, they're so cute. I mean, so it's really however you want to wear them, and they still, you know, they have that great stretch. Aren't these so comfortable?
How cute.
They're
And cute
so
with
adorable. Look.
sneakers, cute with heels. Like
How
it really,
cute.
yeah, that looks so adorable.
I mean, seriously.
How fun.
And so, and you can do so many different, I mean, with pumps and sneakers, and these look so great. And like I said, you know, so I'm wearing like a skinny jean, and look, there's a time and a place for the skinny jean. Sometimes like, you don't want to walk into work and have like the girl be like, okay, where are you coming from? You know, like it's like kind of a thing with the skinny jean. Like, why is she wearing such tight little skinny jeans to work today? Like, what's going on here? But so you want like, but you still want a fitted jean that's comfortable, but just a little more relaxed, you know? And that's what these are. I just love the fit of these are so great. So maybe you don't have something like this at home. You've got to get these. Oh my God, they're so good.
They're such a game changer, and they are that perfect fit for everybody. If you love skinny jeans, but there's things about them you don't necessarily like, and maybe the boyfriend jeans a little bit too baggy, the boot cut not really what you're looking for spring and summer, right? This is that perfectly tailored, not too tight, amazing premium denim. I don't want you to look at that and think, okay, that's some sort of odd blend that Giuliana's done that's going to look like denim, right? Because the price is $59.90.
Right, no.
This is premium denim. So think about what you would pay so much for in high-end department stores. The only reason that it's reasonably priced is because of the volume that we're able to go through here at HSN. Enjoy the $20 flex too. That's the best way to get these home, right? You pay $19.97 on any major charge card. You choose the size, and those are again 0 through 16, 16 women's through 24 women's. They have a 29-inch inseam, and then you choose. Do you love the light, which timeless, incredibly versatile? I love the black that Hida's wearing because they're a true denim black, but they're not too like black. Like you can't, you know.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, they have like still that kind of that distressed denim, if you will. So these look very modern, a very updated take on black denim. And then we also have, don't forget about the dark option. This is something, if you still love to wear maybe denim to work on casual Fridays or to church, you could really dress up the dark, especially. Or the black.
And these are very different to me as well, because you've got the contrast stitching with the dark denim, and here you don't.
True.
You know, so they're actually quite different when you look at them. They look like two totally different jeans. And they are, you know, so it's really, and then the hardware is different on them. This one has like that great matte black hardware.
See, I like that.
Once again, super flattering with the pocket placement. The size of the pocket is super flattering. Really, really beautifully made. You know, it's also, the rise isn't too low, which is nice as well.
But higher in the back so you don't have that gapping, which is just so brilliantly
These
important.
are just really, really classic, just great jeans. You know, straight leg, straight hem. Once again, I mentioned earlier, ankle length. But on some girls, depending on your height, if you're more petite, if you're on the taller side, it's okay if they hit you a little below the ankle or a little above. It's totally fine. That's the beauty of denim right now, is like, it can tend to run a little shorter, but like,
I think that's cute.
It is cute, you know, but it's up to you. So if they're a little longer and you want to flip them up, that's fine too.
Yeah.
And these are just, I love them. And they're meant to be like, you can even kind of pull them down a little bit, make them even a little slouchier if you wanted. So yeah, to me, it's like they're almost like an updated boyfriend.
Yeah, they're what you're seeing in denim for 2018. This is exactly what Giuliana always brings to us, being on every red carpet, being one of the biggest fashion authorities out there. She knows what we need to have in our wardrobe. She's passionate about bringing you the latest styles, yet having it be incredibly comfortable and affordable. That is what you're seeing again. So if you have not tried, or if you have not picked up the Relaxed Slim jean, this is the one that we're gonna tell you to pick up, because it really is something that you put on and you're like, wow, I kind of have the effects of a skinny jean. I feel like my legs are longer and leaner, but they're not so super tight. They have that relaxed, because a lot of us, we want relaxed with denim.
Yep.
We want that laid back. That's how we're wearing it. We're wearing like Kita's wearing it with her adorable flamingo tee that is still available. You look so cute.
And I'll tell you, just be prepared for the compliments, because I can't even tell you how many women come up to me. We have restaurants in Chicago. People come up to me, they're like, I love your denim. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. That makes me so happy. And I'm always like, I'm wearing it right now. Look. And I'll like lift my leg up like in a really unattractive way at the dinner table. I'm like, everyone's like, what is she doing over there? But I get so excited. I'm so passionate about my denim. When I launched here about 6 or 7 years ago, the moto jacket really took off from the you know, just like right from the beginning. And then we launched denim a couple of years ago, and it has been huge. It's even surpassed the moto jacket in terms of popularity and everything. And so if you're watching right now and you've never tried my line, and you've never bought anything from my line, the denim's a great way to come into the line. And if you have been, you know, tried things from my line, but you've never tried the denim, you have got to try the denim. It is so good, and I think this is a great way to get into the denim, the relaxed fit and the relaxed slim. And let me tell you, go online, read the reviews. They're unbelievable. The denim reviews are incredible. Women, review after review. Even if we pop some up on the screen right now, the one word that always shows up, the F word, fit. I always scare you with that.
I know, it was like, wow.
No,
I mean, we feel that way about it, but.
No, but seriously, fit. You see it in almost every review. It's like, the fit's amazing. I love her fit. I thought it would be good, but I didn't realize the fit would be that good. The fit is incredible. And that's the thing, is I work so much. I'm always, you know, wearing like these cool outfits on TV and really dressed up on TV. But in my everyday life, I'm wearing jeans, and I need comfortable jeans. I have a 5-year-old. I'm in cars a lot. I'm bending over a lot. I'm picking things up a lot. I can't have jeans that cut off my circulation or dig into my tummy or cut me in the back of my knee and cut, you know what I mean? Jeans. All my jeans have stretch. They're so amazing. And so trust me, get these while you can. And I know these have been really popular. So.
Yeah, almost 1,200 gone. So if you would like them, 0 through 16, 16 women's through 24 women's, 30-day money back guarantee.
So
stretch, yet recovery. That is so important, because if you've had the denim that has stretch, and you know, not even by the end of the day, by lunch, it's like they are baggy and they feel like they are 2 sizes too big. That's not the tailored, beautiful look that we want with denim. These have amazing recovery to them. That 5-pocket design, and everything down to the size, the tilting, everything about the pocket is designed so that your backside looks the best. So Giuliana's really thought of absolutely everything. And then at the end of the day, it's affordable, under $20. Thank you so much for that.
And look,
that
Carrie,
looks super
for work,
cute.
One of my cute little blouses that we're going to talk about soon.
How cute,
with
right?
The, you know, with the black denim looks great. So you don't always have to wear pants. You can wear the denim and be super comfortable.
That is
you can also do it.
adorable.
That comes in a solid as well. How chic is this? Going out at night, date night with a pair of heels, just like effortless, effortlessly chic, effortless beauty. That, you know, that's what it's all about. I cannot even. I have way too much going on. We all do. To fuss around in the closet like I used to.
Yeah.
Sitting there, staring, spaced out, trying to figure out what to wear. I can't.
Yeah.
So I just like pieces that are easy, that are comfortable, that fit great, that recover, that are easy to wash. I'm not going to dry. I'm sick of dry cleaning.
Right, exactly.
I want to pay a bunch. I don't want to pay one price and then like I dry clean it twice and it's cost more than what I just bought.
Right, yeah. And you know what's so great is Deb called in a little while ago and she's like, you know what, my daughters took me shopping. I went to all of the big major department stores. I took in the $200 jeans. I've done that before. I'll have 13 pairs of $200 jeans.
It's ridiculous.
I will come out of the fitting room a sweaty mess because I just tried to get into 13 pairs of jeans and none of them worked for me.
Awful.
I think a lot of us go through that, right? I can't be the only one. There has never been a time that I put on a Giuliana jean that it doesn't fit true to size, that it doesn't flatter, that it doesn't stretch, that I don't feel like maybe I lost a few pounds.
Yeah.
They're absolutely amazing. And every time you wash them, they stay looking fantastic. Every time you wear them, they look the same in the morning as they did that night. They're wonderful. And this is your opportunity to try the relaxed slim jean, taking everything that we love about maybe a skinny jean and more of a relaxed jean and putting them together for a fantastic look. And again, he just got a little sneaker on with it and a t-shirt and it works. But then maybe you're going out and you want to elevate it with a pump, still works. Still a fantastic look. So use those flex. That is what we're all doing. That's how you get it home super easy. Only $19.97. That's the light. Hita's wearing the black. The other two options are going to be the dark and the medium, and I'll show you these back here. So the dark are really awesome because they have that contrast stitching on it, which really pops. They just have such a designer feel to them. I mean, and they are. They're premium denim for $59.90. Pretty darn fantastic. Well, we are incredibly busy right now. So if you want to order on hsn.com or you want to use express ordering, definitely do that. That's going to be your best bet to get your size before they have been spoken for. And I know that we need to wrap. So let me remind everybody, 29 inches on that inseam. Amazing stretch on that. You have 0 through 16 and 16 women's through 24 women.
And isn't there a special today? Like if you spend $99, it's free shipping?
You do. Absolutely.
Yay. Okay, so if you spend, that's great. So if you get a couple of these jeans, you get free shipping
or
today.
a great top.
Which is awesome.
Absolutely.
Yes. Or you get the top. So yeah, you get the free shipping. Get these home. Try them on at home. There's no risk. Free shipping.
Yeah.
If you get a couple of them, or yes.